If you have a home, I think everyone needs one of these. This is the Flow by Moen, and especially if you're retired on a fixed income and you can't handle those huge water bills, you definitely want to look at one of these. You don't need one of those, but you do want one of these. This is the Flow by Moen, and I just put this in the house. I'm going to go show you where we installed it, and I'll show you where to buy it too and get a discount. So I'll tell you everything about this. First, let's go and look at the installation. Sorry for the cat. All right, here is the device, and you can see it right there. This is the 3/4 inch, which is probably the most common for a residential. There is the main line coming into the house. There's a shutoff valve down there. The water comes through the Moen flow and then comes back into the pipe that feeds both the irrigation that's going down to the yard and into the house. So it's getting the water readings, the volume, the pressure, etc., coming right off the main line. And then it does need to be connected to a power source, which we're going to call an electrician and have a outlet mounted right there, but you need a power source as well. So I'm going to show you some of the screenshots of the Moen flow, but basically it is an algorithm, I guess an AI device, that tells you how much water you're using at any time and can also determine where that water is being used, whether it's from, showers, toilets, irrigation in the yard. And it's really interesting to see how much water you use on irrigation. And if it detects a broken line or an excessive leak, then it's going to tell you, it's going to shut off your main line. So it's fully actuated to go ahead and shut down the water. In the case of a frozen pipe or in the case of an irrigation leak. And I don't know anybody who hasn't experienced, a $500 water bill or even higher as a result of a leak that they did not determine or an open line that they did not determine quickly enough to avoid a humongous water bill. One of those events can pay for this device, and again, I'll show you where to get it at a reasonable price. You don't have to buy it new on Amazon, and you don't have to contract through your plumber to buy it either. You just pick up the device yourself. This is an open box, but it came, with all the materials necessary to connect this thing, the O-rings, etc. So I do recommend this seller. We've installed ours already, but it comes very nicely packaged and with extra, the manuals, etc., and extra mounting devices and other things you may or may not need. But you're going to need a plumber to install it. Okay, so in our case, I think we paid about $350 for this, the discounted price on eBay, and then our plumber came out and charged us $500. It was about 3 hours work for him to get this installed. Then we paired it, my wife and I both paired it to our smartphones, and now we're getting the readings, and it is so interesting to see where we're using the most water, irrigation, showers. If there's a certain member of your family that uses a lot of water, you can call them out on that. And the irrigation, you can manage your irrigation systems to control this very precious commodity, water. And then it will also determine if you have slow leaks anywhere. All right, so whether that's under the sink or behind a toilet, it's going to tell you, there's a leak detection for low volume leaks that need to be repaired before they come bigger leaks. But the biggest advantage of this, and you may not know this, but a lot of the damage that happens in homes these days, you're far more likely to have damage from water intrusion or a water leak than you are from an actual fire. So many people have experienced, flooding in their home from a broken line, and that gets in the hardwood floors, gets in the walls, etc. And you have got a multi-thousand-dollar problem. So insurance companies are recommending this. Here is the info on it. Insurance companies are both recommending this because it reduces the possibility of catastrophic events, and in some cases, insurance companies are requiring the installation if you want to keep your policy. So I find that interesting. Our insurance company does not require it, but in some cases they do, and in some cases when you tell them you've installed it, you'll get a rebate on your insurance bill, maybe even $100 a year or something. So like I said, what we have invested in this is $350 for the device and $500 to have the plumber install it, and we are already really enjoying the thing. And again, I'll show you those screenshots, but it's working out really well. So if you're retired, whatever, on a fixed income, and you want to protect yourself from catastrophic water bills, or worse yet, ruining your house, being ruined from a water event, which is very likely to happen. I mean, it seems to me like they're making fixtures cheaper and cheaper these days, and thinner, and probably won't be long before you have a leak. And then you may even have a flood. And once the water hits the floor, you're done. You really got to pull it all out to avoid mold and damage, excessive damage, mildew, etc. So I think this would be a good insurance policy for people, and especially if you're retired and you're trying to protect yourself against humongous water bills before they happen. Or if you're on the East Coast and you have freezing pipes, or if you have Airbnb, or if you have a vacation home somewhere that you're not in all the time, wouldn't it be good to know that if you've got a dangerous event happening, that something is going to turn that water off for you, even if you're not there. And you do get alerts on your smartphone. Well, anyway, I'm really impressed with this. And then you can also check your water usage at night. You can check the flow, and before you go to bed, is there any water running? Did you leave a hose on in the backyard? And that'll tell you. You just click it on, take a look, and you can go to sleep knowing that you're not wasting money on water, because it is getting more and more expensive. So there we go. Sweetie Pie wants to say hi. Hi, sweetie. So get you a Moen Flow, and check the link below if you want to see where to buy it at a reasonable price. I do recommend this seller. Bye now.